welcome back, Gilligan. So today we are playing a game called the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now, what I've read about this game looks pretty sick. Like, it's like a game that's never been made before. What the description says is the Stanley Parable is an experimental, narrative-driven first-person game with an exploration of choice, freedom, storytelling, and reality, all examined through the lens of what it means to play a video game. The game is presented to you from the first-person perspective. It's almost like the video game player versus the creator. So that is such a cool concept for a game, and I'm so keen to see what's gonna happen in this shit. So without further ado, let's do this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
How boring.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
How could you be happy doing that?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Oh no.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and he stepped out of his office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Where is everyone? Okay, no one's here. Hello, John. Roger. Where are you all? God, what's going on with the ceiling? Holes and shit everywhere. What are they doing up there? This does not... something.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did he? Or did he go right? Oh, I don't know. No, he went right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Alright, I want to go see that lounge. Go sit on that comfortable lounge. Alright. Oh, nice bit of art in there. What's the time? Not the right time. I thought I set the time right.
Yes,
the lounge.
Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Give me a drink.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. really worth it.
Yeah, amazing. All right, let's go.
At this, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. Oh, I could keep going straight here. Oh, I'm gonna do it.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Oh. Post review. We need something reviews. Throw something in the ideas bin. No more bins. Trash cans. 20 remaining of the ideas on 30 firing of me. Okay, I'm out of here. Okay, come on, Stanley. Where's my boss? He's upstairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh. No, I can't. I gotta see what's down there. Ooh. I like it down here. Can you pick things up? Can I run?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Hey.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, wait.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Wake
I'm
up,
through with
Stanley.
this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay, Mariella. Moving
Mariella
on.
woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
That's
And
Stanley?
though she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. The end is never... I can't even read that. I'm back. I'm back, baby. Stanley is back in town.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. Let's go to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, I'm gonna go this way this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, I'm going up this time. Let's see.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Hey, boss. Hey, boss. You in here? Holy shit, look at his office. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Where are you, Craig? Hey, Craig!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
Holy
indication of
shit.
any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Okay. 8, 4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He
Whoa.
stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is going on? This boss man, he is got some serious money. Own secret little passage? Huh? Oh, okay. Got a secret elevator.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay, whoa. Sparks and shit. Well, so far, guys, this game is fucking sick.
Stanley walked
Whoa.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Oh. I've got to go escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, what? No. No, he wouldn't.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
What do I do, guys? I've got to meet my death. I can't. I want to meet my death.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. What is this? Oh. Oh, I don't know. I've come this far. It looks so scary. Oh, shit. Whoa. Whoa, fuck.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh,
he reflected that
shit.
his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't
Fuck,
see
get
that
me
there's
out
a
of here.
future. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Oh, no. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
Farewell, Stanley,
Whoa.
cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him
No, 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 no,
instantly.
no. No, not me. Oh. Whoa. Stanley. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
It's like I'm in
Do you
heaven.
see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, look. This is my office. Walk through. Yeah, wow. The doors. Oh, and there's the two doors. You can go left or right. Okay, this is weird. That's my desk. Office computers. Credits. This is so cool. This is so cool. Okay. From art, subject regarding your game in the works. Dear narrator, will the Stanley Parable have infinite quests? How many endings? If the Stanley Parable is really going to let me go shopping, I hope. Alright, look. Five, 4, 3. Oh no. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is that? Is that monitor room elevator? Oh. Fuck, what was that? Countdown desk. Yep.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay. The Stanley Parable. Let's turn this bitch off. I'm back again. Still nothing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Alright, let's go.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes. Go into the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes. Where are you, boss? I'm coming for you. Hey.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
let's go. Let's get
Stanley
it.
happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright, let's get it, girl. Alright. Whoa, sparks again. Okay, here we are.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to you this time. Mind control.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Whoa, this is big. Of course I've got the strength, my friend. I got this. Oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Whoa.
Their true nature revealed.
Whoa.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
God. Whoa, it's so weird. What am I to you? Am I just a sheep?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Okay, I'm just a sheep to you. Goodbye.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Whoa, where am I
Was it even
going?
possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
This is so trippy. This game is tripping
There was the
me.
proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, that's it. These controls are done for. I'm not living in this world anymore. In this prison. This is a prison. Off. Oh no.
He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Yes.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Yes.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Whatever life he lives,
freedom.
it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Oh.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Yes, freedom.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I'm a happy Stanley. I am one happy Stanley. I'm the happiest of all Stanleys in the world.
Oh, no. No! No! Why?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Fuck.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
He's not going to the meeting room this time. I've been to the meeting room too many times.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Okay.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Wow. Yes. This room.
No, fuck this
What a
room.
view. But
Not this time, narrator.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Not me. Whoa. What is this about? Whoa. Now that's a long drop.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yes.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
So I like
Someone
it.
you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it,
For
Stanley.
her.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Where is she?
She's been waiting.
Where is my darling? Where is my darling? Whoa. Whoa.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Let me talk. Hello? Wifey.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
What is
Okay, there we go.
going on?
All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Oh.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here,
you.
Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Ah. Come on, why do I have to die? What do you want me to do? I can't jump. Wife, help me. What am I meant to do? I think I've got to start again. I actually think I have to start again. Wow, that was not fun.
Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I'm
this
going
was
this
not the
way
correct
again.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh
The
my
lounge
god,
was
the
sublime,
lounge.
a work of art. What was it about this? But
No.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's go.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot. Me? I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I'm not answering
That's
the
her,
phone.
Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
I'm not picking up the phone. Let's go somewhere else. Stanley's had enough. Unplug it.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Yes.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
You believe
Why
it?
have I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't
Yes, I am.
believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. If you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Hold on. Can't pick up the phone anymore. Alright, let's go. What choice would have I made? What choice would have Stanley made?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
The door's shut. Now, the door was open before. Okay. Back up here.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
No, I don't trust you. I don't trust you.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. No.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly,
Oh.
hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Fine. Are these doors open? No, they don't. Whoa. Whoa.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I...
Get Chris out of the
I have
broom
to shut
closet.
the game down. I have to. I have to.
No, don't shut it down. No.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are.
Yeah.
My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, guys, I'm going to end this episode now. I hope you're enjoying this. This game is tripping me out. I'm going mad in my own head. But it's so cool. It's so fun. I'm loving it, gents. I'm loving it. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you later. Love yous.